Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take two random characters, combine them using the Genetically Modified Overkill mod, grab a random weapon, and see if we can beat Danger 5 with it. Let's see what characters we get today. Of course, we're using the wheel because the random button doesn't work with this mod, so we have to pick two random characters using this wheel. We've got the captain, always going to be a difficult challenge. Let's re-roll again and see what we get alongside the captain. We've got... It looks like... Oh, is it going to tick over? Okay, Explorer. So Captain Explorer. That's going to be a kind of interesting challenge. So we're going to go ahead and grab the captain and the Explorer, and then we'll see what random weapon we get and jump right into it. Okay, we've got Wrench. That's interesting. It's going to be hard to break all of the trees that we need to break with wrenches, but we should be able to cut down a lot of trees fairly easily, because we will probably get a bunch of levels thanks to our bonus XP. And the turrets that we'll get later on, once we stack up a couple more wrenches, will help us break more trees. I couldn't find the other trees on the map there, but we definitely were able to kill a bunch. Just to remind you how these characters work. The captain gets 60% extra XP gain for every free weapon slot we have. We'll probably have to buy a second wrench, but we will try to maintain as few weapons as possible for as long as possible to benefit from that XP gain. It doubles stats from leveling up, but need 3 times as much experience to level up, and enemies get stronger at the end of every wave. The Explorer makes us drop fewer materials from enemies, but a lot more trees spawn, and we have a lumberjack shirt, so we can run around and try to kill trees and grab materials from those. I will take the head injury here. We need to fix our percent damage, which starts negative, and then as the captain, we need to find luck and harvesting very badly, and as the Explorer, we need to find luck. So I'm rolling for either of those stats in the early game. We'll take 10 harvesting here, and then it's most important that I reroll for the right stats early on, especially because we don't need to buy weapons as much since we want open weapon slots. So I'm going to roll a bunch. Unfortunately, we had to roll, we had to spend way more than I really wanted to, but we did get 20 harvesting, which will help us level up quite a bit. Take a wrench here, and Plant and Penguin are both really nice regen items. I'll roll and lock another wrench, and then I could, I think I do need to keep 2 weapons in my inventory, and I think I'm going to need to buy more wrenches and level them up pretty quickly, so I think I'm not going to buy the plant here. I could have bought it, but in general, I think we're going to be better off trying to get more weapons. Even though it's going to cost us XP, we need to kill trees, and wrench attacks slowly enough that it can be hard to kill trees. And of course, we need something to protect ourselves as well. Nice. The turret's going to kill that tree, so I don't need to run to that one. We were able to find a bunch of them. Get 3 crates here, and this is part of why the Explorer needs luck so badly, is a lot of your income is going to come from crate drops from killing trees, so you want to increase your luck. And the captain needs luck really badly, because every time you level up, the quality of the level up is based in part on your luck, so increasing that means that our doubled stats have a higher chance to be much stronger. We could build elemental damage. If we get Scared Sausage, it'll be really nice, because splashing damage around the map is going to be our plan. But we don't currently have a Scared Sausage, so buying the Boiling Water doesn't seem particularly good. I will still take the Mushroom, even though it costs 2 luck. We should hopefully be able to find something. Oh wow, great find there. We will hopefully be able to find luck, as indeed we were, and to offset that, and the regen's really important. Let's go ahead and level up our weapons a little bit here. I'll probably combine a few of these, but I still just want to buy a bunch of weapons, and then I think we can get away with having only 3 wrenches for a while, so I'm going to combine down to only 3 of them. This still gives us 180% bonus XP, so we're leveling just a little bit slower than a normal character would at this point. But that will be plenty, because we should still, at this point in the game, be making more money, because just the extra trees are so valuable. The income from trees will quickly stop scaling compared to the income from enemies, and we have 50% reduced material drops, but for now, it's still a pretty significant boost. We definitely want to find a bag, if we can. There's a tree over there, but I'm not going to be able to get to it in time. Actually, I could have, I think. So I could take 16% damage, I could take 20 attack speed, I could take 10 harvesting or 10 luck. Here, I think I'm just going to take 10 luck. We've gotten to 21 harvesting, so it's already growing by 2 every wave, and luck is so important for this character. I do want more movement speed. This is a guaranteed level 2 upgrade, though, so again, I'm going to roll for luck or harvesting, and we'll take 16 harvesting. I think that's totally fine. Buy a wrench, penguin, and plant. Dynamite would be good if I get some landmines, but we don't have any. Okay, so we found a scared sausage. That's pretty nice. I can definitely use that, and we can use this tree. Even with the scared sausage, we're not guaranteed to be making use of this ability currently, so I'm not going to buy the snake, but coffee is good, and then I will roll one more time to see if I can lock another wrench. I will... Oh, actually, I should have bought the snake, because we have incendiary turrets, and those do benefit from snake, so I should have locked that, actually. Definitely an error there to pass that, I think. With the Explorer, your goal is usually just ignore the enemies as much as possible and try to kill trees. You do still need to kill some enemies to make money, but the most important thing is that you're breaking as many trees each wave as you can, because that's where your actual income comes from. I probably do not have the damage to easily clear the loot alien, so I'm not going to bother, just trying to kill as many trees as possible. We managed to break like 20 trees with no crates dropping that wave, which is very unlikely, but does happen. I'll take 4 armor here. That means I can run at enemies with a little more impunity. Take scared sausage, tree. I can't buy all of these, so let's buy a wrench, and then I will roll here. And I think I can combine down to only 3 wrenches again. 3. Oh, I definitely need to keep this locked. I do want my weapon damage to actually hit reasonably hard, and mastery for +6 melee damage means that our wrenches will help do damage with their actual attacks. But I think it's still not worth buying at this point. I have more important things to focus on right now. Alright, there we go. Got a crate. It's only wave 5, so we're off to a slightly slow start in terms of our damage, but all we need right now is just the ability to kill trees, and we'll get more constructs to help us clear enemies soon. Obviously, of course, the number 1 item that we're looking for at this point is Pocket Factory, with Bag being the number 2 item, because those will scale our damage and or income massively. I'll take the Toxic Sludge, we have a Scared Sausage, and then here I could take 12 melee damage. That would make my weapons hit pretty hard, but again, I think I want to reroll this, because I feel like we can do better. Let's roll again. Yeah, 20 luck is definitely better. We'll buy all of these, and then reroll, lock another wrench. I could take the glass cannon to fix my percent damage, but I don't want to lose armor. So I think I'm going to pass on all of these. Do I want to build dodge on this character? I could build the blindfold. I think still not. I'm just going to reroll again, and now we get the opportunity to take a snake. Alloy scales our engineering, elemental damage, and melee damage, so it's probably worth buying for us. But how many weapons do I want to maintain? I still need levels. I think I'm going to go down to 3 wrenches again, because I have a 4th locked. So if I need 4 weapons, I still have that option. Also, the way that structures spawn in Brotato is pretty helpful to us, because they tend to spawn in groups. So even though we only are going to have a few structures, it's fairly likely that our turrets are going to be near each other. So if I need more damage, I should be able to go find a grouping of turrets to help protect us. And in this case, you can see that we've got these 2 laser turrets over here. So when I need to kill a bunch of enemies, I can just run over to the laser turrets. Now, what I'm really hoping for, again, is Pocket Factory, because that would scale our damage across the entire map. Propeller Hat is great. Black Flag this early is amazing. We don't have any curse right now, but hopefully we'll get some. And then I will take 20 harvesting. That's probably the last harvesting that we'll buy, but this will help us maintain our XP gain, which is the most important thing for this character. Landmines is great. That's going to help clear enemies across the map and set things on fire for the scared sausage. But I'm going to take the Broken Mouth because our HP is pretty low right now. And I think I can't afford to only have 3 weapons. So this is earlier than I like to go to 4 weapons on the captain. But for this character, we just don't have the attack speed to push enemies away with only 3 weapons. So given that it's this map with the moray eels and everything, I really wanted to make sure that I had the ability to protect myself this wave, which required going up to a 4th weapon here. Break that tree. Still really hoping for Pocket Factory or Bag or anything along those lines. A Jerky would also be really nice in terms of healing, because right now my healing is fine, but it's definitely falling a little bit behind. I'm going to recycle the Whetstone. We already have negative lifesteal. We attack really slowly. Metal is awesome, though, and Fairy, this is going to help maintain our healing excellently. I could take 8 regen here. I could roll for other stats. I could also take 18% speed. The ability to move between trees faster is really important to this character, but I think 8 regen is just too awesome, and we'll be able to find some speed a little bit later on. I'm gonna roll here. There's a Jerky. That's one of the things we wanted. I do want the acid as well, because right now my HP is terrible, and I want the wings also. Given that, I think I will reroll once here just to see if I can find another wrench, but an Alien Eyes is a good find as well. We also have found no XP gain. Normally finding XP gain on the captain is really important, but we are not finding those. In the GMO mod, the preferential chops, the character tags that make certain kinds of items show up more often for those characters, I believe don't work. So the captain is not more likely to find XP gain than other characters are. I believe that's the case. On the other hand, we are breaking a lot of trees. Although, even with 60 luck, we're not getting that many crates, unfortunately. I guess we got 2 this wave, which isn't bad. I could lose 1 armor to get the Gummy Berserker. Attack speed and range are both fine for us, and it gives me a regen as well, so I think I will take it. I'll take Toxic Sludge, and then here, this is the sort of thing we're looking for, a level 3 level up, obviously guaranteed because it's level 10. I'm just going to take 30 luck. Luck is so good for this character. We'll take the acid here because I do need to increase my HP, which is quite bad right now, and then we'll take the Jerky. Alien Eyes can break trees for us and also is a way to do damage that doesn't involve hitting things with a wrench. And Bag and Cyclops Worm are both excellent finds. Obviously, Bag is going to be worth a ridiculous amount of money because we are the Explorer. And the extra luck that we're building as the captain should hopefully help trigger the bag more often as well. This is one of the best Pocket Factory runs in the game, so I'm really hoping that we find one. Kind of my favorite item, and also would be incredible here, so definitely something we're looking out for. Increasing our luck will also make it a little more likely to find a Pocket Factory because more level 2 items will be showing up in the shop as well. And we did get 3 crates this wave. I'm starting to take a bunch of damage, though. Can we get that tree before the end? Not quite, but that's okay. Wheelbarrow, I think I'll take this. I'm actually a little hesitant because my armor's quite low and my harvesting is quite high, so I don't really need it as much, but it's still just a really solid item. We'll take an eye surgery for sure. Snail could help me stay ahead of elites, which could be useful, so I think I will grab it. It's not amazing, but it's fine. I'm going to take a +6 armor here, so now we're in much less danger of dying. Take the bag, Cyclops Worm, Wrench, and Wings, and then roll. Buy another Wrench. We'll take the Dynamite now as well, and how many weapons do I want at this point? Right now, my XP gain is at 0, so we're leveling 3 times as slow as other characters. I think I'm going to stick with 4 wrenches for now, so I'm going to go ahead and combine down to 4 here. Still a 1 more than I usually want at this point, but because it's such a slow attacking weapon and not good at actually doing damage with the weapon, it's the turrets that do damage, I think we do have to be a little more cautious with how many weapons we have. Still would love to see some XP gain items. Those would be incredible. I would love to see Pocket Factory. I'm taking bets now on how many times I say Pocket Factory before the end of the run. So, smart commenters should pick their over-under at this point. Jerky is incredible for us. It's really, combined with the fairy, we just have so much regeneration at all times. I need to make my way over to this grouping of trees and see if we can kill those 3. Then I'm trying to pick up some of those materials, and we got 3 crates as well, which is also 45 for the bag. I'll take the baby with the beard. It does cost me range, which does actually matter to this character, but this is an easy way to break trees, and Bean Teacher's incredible. It's basically for the captain like having a free item slot, or free weapon slot open at all times, so it's excellent. We'll take the cake here, and then do I want 8 more regen or 20 more luck? I think my regen's fine, and luck is just so incredible for this character that I do need to keep increasing that. Ritual I'm not taking because I don't want to reduce my engineering. This is a very high economy run, so I think we can get away with Spyglass, and the range does help as well. Take the wrench here and the acid, and then roll, and another bag is excellent. We'll take landmines and injection and do 1 more reroll. A wrench and Clockwork Wasp is one of the best items we could find as well. So I still have 100% XP gain, so we are still leveling much slower than a normal character would. Do I think I can get away with combining 2 of these wrenches? I think I can. I think 4, even in a horde wave, should be enough. Especially because at worst, in like the worst case, I can just play next to the explosive turret, and it should do a pretty good job of protecting us. And we have so much regeneration that taking random hits doesn't matter that much. So, I think we can get away with greeting for a little extra experience here. The Horde Wave normally, for most characters, is really good for leveling, but for this character, not so much, because we don't really kill enemies right now. And, of course, we have 50% fewer material drops from enemies. Taking a lot of hits here, but I am also picking up 1 million consumables, which means that our regeneration is like 100 a second, so we're really hard to kill at this point, as long as I don't take 1 million hits all in a row. Candle and recycling. I still want more enemies on the field. We have 120 luck, so that's just more chances to drop crates. We'll take a tree for sure. Bat is worth a regen and some lifesteal. I don't know if you can hear my partner laughing really hard in the other room, but if so, enjoy, I guess. Something funny is happening. I will, I guess, take the bat here. Losing 2 harvesting, a little painful, but I'll get a regen out of it, and regen is pretty good. I do want more engineering. We only have 6 right now, but 6 armor I think is more important. And then here I'm going to reroll. And I kind of want to roll for a level 3 upgrade. So I will. And we'll take 24% damage. That should make my burning damage better. It should make damage dealt with the actual attacks from the wrenches themselves better. So generally pretty useful. We'll take the turret. I'll take boxing glove as well. Knockback is actually... I currently have negative knockback. But knockback is actually fine for this character. I wouldn't take it if we didn't have fairy, but since we do, it gives us a regeneration. Then we'll take scar. I don't want alien worm, definitely, because so much of our healing comes from consumables, but I will lock a wrench here. And one more reroll, I think. Treasure map is amazing for this character. And I will also buy the pumpkin. Currently, we have no piercing shots, but if we get piercing, it's awesome for our turrets. So the pumpkin, I think, is worth investing in, given that this is a super high economy run. If we weren't so wealthy, I probably wouldn't. I think 5 weapons is the right number here, because I found a couple XP gain items. So I'm going to give up some experience here just for safety. You know, like you do in real life. There we go. Now our 120 luck is starting to kick in and we're getting a decent number of crates. Oh yeah, we have a black flag. I wonder how many materials we've gotten from that. I suspect, like, almost none. Because there aren't that many cursed enemies, and we're not really killing stuff that much. Although the blobfish did die and spit out 4 lampreys, which I do have to be somewhat wary of. Oh, we actually killed that loot alien. That I was not expecting. I'll take 2 armor and more armor. Kraken's Eye, this is awesome. It does cost me 3 regen, but to end HP is incredible. HP is one of the things we're missing right now. And this is another way that we can kill enemies that doesn't involve having to hit them with our actual wrenches. Again, Baby with a Beard, not bad. And I'll take a lens. We have double Baby with a Beard, which is mostly for breaking trees, but can do some damage. And scales with ranged damage. And this is a regen as well. Take some engineering for sure. And then I am going to buy out this whole shop and reroll. Take that. I'll take the mastery now as well. And charcoal is worth buying because we have fairy, so we get a regen. Melee damage is good for our wrenches, and elemental damage is good for our scared sausage. Here, I think I do just want to lock all of these items. They're all pretty nice for us. And 70% XP gain is a little lower than I want, so I am going to combine 2 wrenches. We have another one locked, so I feel fairly safe doing that. Still waiting on Pocket Factory. I could be rolling more aggressively for it, but if you spend too much time rolling for specific items, it's really easy to get very weak and just lose runs. Plus, rather than rolling for it in the shop, the best way to get it on this character is just to have it show up in a box. As is true with all of our items, pretty much. No, walk into the middle of the enemies there because we have the Kraken's Eye. So we were fairly likely to get an explosion and deal a bunch of explosion damage. And then also, it will just let me set them all on fire because we'll swing at them a bunch. So we're very likely to proc the scared sausage. Definitely regretting not having the second snake, though. That I definitely should have bought. Mirror, I will take. We've got a bunch of good items locked, so we're happy to duplicate those. We'll take coffee. I'll still take a lens. Alien tongue, definitely. Do I want 18 movement speed, or is there another stat that I care about more at this point? Or just 8 engineering would also be pretty good. I think I'm just going to take the engineering. Right now, my engineering is fairly low, and I will take the double toolbox here. And we'll buy a wrench, feather, and mastery I'll leave locked. Eye patch. I don't have any way to give my structures critical hit right now. We don't have pile of books. And I don't want to buy something that is only useful if we find another specific item. So I'm just going to reroll here. We'll take a wrench. Sad tomatoes, good. Salt water, also probably good. And then gentle alien will lock as well. So, this is, again, less XP gain than I usually want to have on the captain, but we're kind of more of an explorer run than we are a captain run at this point. Just going for engineer explorer stuff, where we're trying to do as much damage randomly around the map as possible. And we used the captain stats to get to this point, so I think this is like a very synergistic combination, actually. Because Explorer is more of a late game character, you need the luck to have your economy show up, and Captain's much more of an early game character, because that's when the doubled stats are most impactful. So, a really nice combination of characters here for us. Shady Potion, amazing. Improved Tools, incredible. That means any attack speed I get is awesome. We'll take the Warrior Helmet. Statue I'm recycling. Banner I will take. Weird Ghost, we have 41 regeneration, and it'll go up to 42, so we'll take that. I'll take some more luck here. And then... Oh, I did buy Weird Ghost going into an Elite Wave. I was not paying attention to that. But with 51 regen, I think we should still be safe. But obviously should have thought about that. It's still, I think, I probably would have bought it anyways, just for the regeneration, but making the right decision for the wrong reason is still bad. I'm gonna pick up a wrench upgrade here to potentially kill a few more enemies against the elite, and then I'm gonna roll a couple times to see if we can find a pocket factory. We can't, but I'll take a black belt. Alright, let's run, and we'll pick up some consumables to heal back up. So that, because of the elite we got, the Weird Ghost was actually more dangerous than it usually would be. Most elites will not put an attack under you right at the start of the wave, but this one does. So we actually were at slightly more risk because of the Weird Ghost than I expected, since we got charged by an anglerfish right away, and the elite itself is fairly dangerous to play against with Weird Ghost. Fortunately, I was able to still dodge. Oh, Pocket Factory. If only you were here. Every time I kill a tree and no turret comes out, it just makes me sad. I don't want to cap my move speed, so even though these are good stats, I do want more than 24 move speed, so I'm going to recycle the shackles. Triangle of Power, we will end up taking a bunch of damage on this character, so I think I'm recycling that as well. And Scope, yeah, we'll take the toolbox. Baby Squid I'll still take, because although we are not gaining that many levels before the end of the run, the Baby Squid will still be a couple points of regen, which is fine. And then let's go ahead and buy another wrench, and black belt, and compass, and roll. Gentle Alien is definitely worth picking up. Goblet is an interesting way to heal as well. I probably should lock that, and we'll take Weird Food and then reroll. Barnacle is great if we get enough levels to use the Barnacle, but we should, I think. We've got some XP gain items. Plus, if I don't find Pocket Factory, there's a good chance I go into Endless out of frustration until we find the Pocket Factory. So I'm going to buy the more long-term investment items to enable an Endless run a little more. Because playing this combo and then not finding Pocket Factory would just be so disappointing. All right, 6 crates. One of them's got to have a Pocket Factory in it, right? We're recycling the coral. Cute monkey I'll take. Leather vest, definitely. Cursed acid I'll take as well. I do want more curse. I don't really care about increasing enemy movement speed, so we'll take the scarf and we'll take the toolbox. I'll pick up the attack speed because the toolboxes do hurt our improved tools, but we can fix our attack speed, and indeed did. Increasing enemy move speed against the elite's a little dangerous, but we've got 60 regen. I just don't think it's that big a deal for this character. I'll take Vigilante Ring, because, again, we might end up going into Endless, and I think I'm just locking all these items. Alright, let's see if we can survive against an extra speedy elite. Fortunately, this one's very slow, so it should not matter. Killing elites is always somewhat challenging with engineering builds, and a little more so for this one because our structures are going to be more spread out, but I might try to kill it anyways. Nah, it doesn't look like we have the damage, unfortunately. We're getting close to being able to kill an elite, and if we had, you know, a certain item, it might work out a little better, but in absence of the extra damage from the Pocket Factory, we just don't have the damage output. When the elite moves away from our most powerful constructs, we just don't have damage to kill it. So we're just going to focus on breaking trees and making money this wave as well. Sharp Bullet is amazing. Piercing shots are incredible for us. I'll take the medical turret. White flag, we're recycling. Alloy, we will take. Tree, will take. Cursed Frozen Heart, it does hurt my burning speed activations, and so it's very bad for level 2 turrets. It's bad for our scared sausages. And it's bad for Greek Fire, which is one way this character can kill bosses more easily, but I think it's still worth taking. It's still pretty powerful. I'm going to reroll here. 104 range fixes our range, so I think I'm actually just going to grab that. Take the Vigilante Ring, Alien Tongue, Metal, and Mastery, and then reroll. First Spicy Sauce, definitely. Baby Elephant's amazing for this build, by the way, because it's a way to deal more splash damage, and we've invested in tons of luck, and then we're just going to lock all these items again. We don't have a fish hook either. That would be another item that would be really nice for us. Especially because I keep finding stuff that I want to lock in the shop. We've actually gotten very good shops, other than the lack of Pocket Factory. We've gotten pretty lucky with most of our shops having a lot of relevant items. Two crates in a little pile there, that's fun. Okay, that was a lot of hits in a row, so I do need to be a little careful of that. And then, let's see. The other reason to pick up Frozen Heart also is Strange Book. If we get Strange Book, then extra elemental damage is pretty nice. Terrified Onion, losing 5 luck does hurt, but it's more regen. I'll take it. I'll take a Spyglass. We'll keep taking lenses. Piggy Bank I'm going to pick up just to pull this item out of the pool, because any other piggy banks that show up are going to be really annoying. So I'm just getting rid of it now. Take the Scar. We will take Compass. Yeah, I'm just buying all those items as well. Treasure Map is awesome. Ugly Tooth now is probably fine to take. The Fuel Tank I could grab, but I just don't think we need it. Another item I would really love is Ricochet, because that would make the explosions from my explosive turrets just bounce all over the map. We've got a loot alien sort of stuck in the middle of all these guys, and I was able to kill it. The actual attack damage from my weapon attacks isn't great, but it's not horrible either. At this point in the game. 6 crates on the ground. Capping my move speed at 42 I think is fine, so I'll take that. I'll take the Rip and Tear as well. Sure, we'll keep picking up items. Weird Ghost going into the boss wave. It would be very funny if I die because of Weird Ghost, so I'm going to take it here. We'll take a Weird Food and... Oh, wow. Did I just get like 7 treasure map procs in a row? I think that was our last box, and we just picked up 3 items from it. Or 4 items. That was a lot of extra treasure map items there, I think. Take 35% attack speed. Hey, we found it. Okay, so we're definitely going Endless. We're going to play a few waves with the Pocket Factory in Endless. I'm going to sell this level 2 wrench and buy the Cursed Wrench, because a Cursed Wrench would be really nice. And then we will roll. We'll take all of these items and roll again. Level up the Cursed Wrench, buy a Lemonade, and roll again. Incendiary Turret, great. And I should start building Dodge as well. So I will buy the Peaceful Bee. If you're going into Endless, you obviously want to get to 60% dodge at some point. I'm probably not going to play more than like 5 waves. We're really just here because Pocket Factory is so much fun, but for this character, but we're going to set up for an Endless run. All right, let's try to put some damage on this boss. I do want to kill them and get the level 4 items. But I need to keep breaking turrets as well in order to increase the damage we're doing. Without any percentage damage of any kind, it's still, even with the Pocket Factory, pretty tough for us to kill bosses. I'm going to try to pull them over here where we've got a nice grouping of turrets. Kill a couple more turrets and see if we can focus damage on either of them. But I think we're actually just not going to have the damage to kill them, unfortunately. Making sure to clear the map of trees to make sure we're spawning as many turrets as possible. But yeah, we won't quite have enough turrets to kill the bosses here, unfortunately. I don't have a Greek Fire, and my engineering is actually not that high, because we just didn't need damage for this run. We were focused on just breaking trees, so we just needed defensive stats. So that's why we didn't focus on buying engineering as much. Also, on this wave, we're definitely being slowed down by the triangle power. I will take the eye patch now. I'll take the focus, that's fine. Bowler hat, sure, more luck is still really good. Pumpkin's good. Wolf helmet is... It does cost me 5 engineering. Actually, my engineering's pretty strong. Engineering builds are just terrible at killing bosses, I guess, is what's happening there. I'll take the wolf helmet because the elemental damage does matter. Lucky coin cursed currently is going to cost me a bunch of luck because we have negative crit chance, but I can fix that really fast, so I will take the lucky coin. Now I have to buy any crit chance that I see, pretty much. I could take 21 dodge. I think I'm going to roll for crit chance, though, because I really want to get that positive so that the lucky coin isn't ruining my luck anymore. Take these items and roll. Take a plant, roll again. Heavy bullets gives me nothing we care about that much, so I'm going to pass on it. A lost duck will take. A cyclops worm I'll take. Roll again. Lock this wrench. We have a fish hook now, so we can potentially get it cursed, and then we'll roll. And yeah, I would take either of these items cursed. Got double elite here. So we're going to focus on building up a nice critical mass of Pocket Factory turrets to try to take them down. Though, again, I think we're going to be just short of the damage we need. The other thing is, sort of, no matter what I do during the wave, I can't increase my damage. Like, running next to the enemies and hitting them just does not increase our damage to them by that much. It's mostly just, do we have the DPS from our structures in order to take them down? And because the map is bigger, our damage is much less concentrated, so it's much harder to kill elites as a result. In a normal map, which was smaller, the Pocket Factory turrets and all the other turrets would be much more concentrated, so they'd all be attacking the same targets much more often. I'll keep taking range damage to go with our baby with a beard. Yeah, we'll take a celery tea, campfire, blood leech, small fish, and weird food. Why not? Couple free items there as well. I've got over speed cap, so I don't need to buy speed. I'm gonna roll. I think I can do better than a level 2 upgrade, but I'll just take 4 armor just so we don't die. I'm gonna keep the power generator locked. Nice fish hook, because I do want to curse that if I'm gonna buy it, and I'll buy this as well. See if we can curse a wrench here. Fertilizer doesn't do anything, but I'll take the coffee, and we'll lock a helmet and roll, and go to the next wave. The damage numbers on the Pocket Factory are just going to be ridiculous at the end of this run. Because it's spawning, 30, 40 turrets each wave. So even though we will not have had it for very long, it's just going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Also interesting that we still haven't found, I don't think we found a single baby gecko, which obviously would help us pick up a lot of these materials that we're dropping. We haven't found Sift's Relic or anything like that. So, some funny shops going on. There's some things that we simply aren't finding that you would expect to find on this run. I'll take the whistle, coffee, spicy sauce, sure. Beanie, baby elephant is really nice. Yep, we're just buying all of this stuff. Robot arm is really good for us. We're definitely taking that. Diploma helps a lot as well. Not, obviously, we're not taking. Take some more crit chance, which is also more luck. And, of course, this didn't get cursed. Nothing got cursed. How's our pity bonus looking? 35%? Gonna keep the power generator locked for one more wave, I think. Gnome. I guess I'll take it. Losing the pickup range does hurt, but it's still not bad for us. And we'll take a coil as well. I'll lock warrior helmet and compass, and then roll one more time for our fish hook. As an explorer captain, of course, we are a classic archetype. We get to be like Magellan. If only we could circumnavigate the Brotato map, but it's actually not round. Got that loot alien kill there. And tardigrade, yeah, we'll take that. We'll take a pearl. That's always a nice find. Hog, injection, little frog. I do want more pickup range, so I'll take that, even though the harvesting obviously doesn't matter. We'll take the bone dice. Ice cube is great. We do elemental damage. There goes our 35% pity bonus. Yeah, I'll take these items. A starfish is fun. We'll take a boiling water and we'll roll. Take a duct tape, roll again by a cursed mastery. And then I'm going to try to kill these elites. But we'll see how our damage works out against them. Oh, actually, we've gotten our damage a lot higher now. Got a bunch more percent damage, and I picked up a little more just raw melee damage. Okay, I need to stop taking infinite hits, though. Otherwise, we are just going to lose, and that would be sad. So maybe we can kill these elites. I'm trying to get a few more turrets on the field, of course. Break some trees over here. Try to pull the elites through the center of the map where most of our turrets live. And I think we're again going to be just short. Can we get it? Nice. Okay, I got... Looks like both of them. So I'm not going to be just short. We ended up killing all the elites, which is great. We'll take the beanie and... Yeah, we can get a few more items. Ooh. Cursed octopus is a nice one. But I think that's a good note to go out on. Okay, I'll play one more wave with the cursed power generator. So we're going to buy all these things because that's a fun item to have. And then we would buy those as well. But wave 25 is going to be good. But Cursed Power Generator should increase our damage by a lot with our actual weapon attacks. And with our, like, Baby with a Beard procs and everything. So, as you can see here, as soon as enemies spawn, they're mostly just getting flattened. Once I get a little more ranged damage as well, we should be able to just kill most stuff with the Baby with a Beard. And with our luck-based damage from our baby elephants and everything. So, I think this run, it's obviously not going to win any prizes for, like, world record endless runs, but this is actually not a bad endless run. You make less money because of the 50% reduced material drops than most endless runs will, and that'll be a problem in the really long term, but the doubled stats from the captain are still incredible, and the XP gain slowdown doesn't matter as much in endless mode, because you can buy all the XP gain items you can ever find. So let's just take some items here. Oop, obviously we wouldn't want the blood donation because we have a triangle of power normally, but then let's go ahead and end the run so we can look at our items. So that was a really fun run. Definitely enjoyed that. 700k damage from Scared Sausages, only 1750 from Black Flag, which is obviously a lot of money, but less than this usually gets if you get it really early because we're just not killing enemies as much. The fairy, still regen positive, but will eventually run out when you buy higher level items. 82k damage from Alien Eyes, 2715 from our 2 bags, and 100k damage from Baby with a Beard, which is not bad. The Pocket Factory and turrets dealt 400,000 damage, which obviously is ridiculous, an absurd amount of damage there. And Kraken's Eye dealt 120,000, which is pretty good as well. 20 items from treasure maps. Anything else? Made a bunch of damage off of the Vigilante Ring. Spyglasses saved us 442, and we went 5 waves longer than normal, but still pretty good here. We'll take the only 300 saving from the coupons, which is interesting. That's a lot less than I would have expected. We bought a lot of items after this coupon. I don't think that number can possibly be correct. Oh no, I guess most of these items came out of boxes, so maybe it is right. And then obviously Pocket Factory itself making 1 million turrets. 75k damage from the one incendiary turret, which is, or no, we've got a couple, but from incendiary turrets, which is great, and 705k damage from explosive turrets. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this run. Obviously, always fun to go off with a Pocket Factory run, and this is one of my favorite ways to do it now, I think. This run was really fun. It was interesting in the early game. We had to kind of balance things, and then in the late game, you just get to go crazy. So, a really solid run. Definitely recommended. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.